How did your journey towards Islam begin? What impressed you the most about Islam?
Funnily enough, with all the stereotypes that I had of Muslim women, the first thing that I looked into in Islam was women in Islam. So I listened to so many talks, read a lot on the internet. There's a book called The Great Women of Islam by Darussalam, which is absolutely incredible. In my head, women were oppressed. Then I started reading into Islam and I realized, no, it's society that's oppressing women, and Islam is very advanced. In fact, it's so advanced that I think we're still struggling to catch up with it now as a society. And inshallah, it will come back stronger, because now with all the issues we're having with gender roles and identity, I think Islam has all the answers to that. And maybe it's time we caught up, because Islam liberates women in so many ways. It puts women up here, actually. If, society understands that, they will realize, like I did, that subhanAllah, Islam, gives women so many rights that they, we never had before in this country, in the Muslim countries. The Prophet Muhammad SAW taught us how to respect women, the dowry. Just as an example, the woman had to give money to the man. Now the man gives the dowry to the women. That's like a big thing for the people that used to, get upset when they gave birth to a daughter, so much that they would kill her. The Prophet Muhammad SAW would say that, if you raise a daughter, if you raise daughters, you're given Jannah, you'll be like this with me in Jannah. And then, like the smallest of things, if a woman's fighting with you, she's arguing with you, she's shouting at you, stay quiet. That's what he did. He stayed quiet. Umar bin Khattab learned. He was like, he would like argue back with his women, but he learned, stay quiet. It's okay. Let them be emotional. Allowing women to have their emotions, subhanAllah, which deen teaches you that? There's so many examples I can give, but I think your recording will take forever.
So you were impressed with the status of women in Islam?
Yeah.
And what else?
When I was at university, I can honestly tell you, look, I was living a life where I had a lot of freedom. When you have that much freedom and you're going out, you're clubbing, you're dancing, you're drinking, you're doing all these things, and it's almost like you're looking for that next moment of happiness, or you're looking for that validation from the next person to say that, oh, you look nice, or, I do love you, or, where you're constantly looking at other people all the time as a female to give you that validation. Whereas I found in Islam, you don't have to do that. It doesn't come from other people. The Prophet Muhammad SAW taught us that our acceptance is by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first. And when you learn to love Allah and the Prophet Muhammad SAW, you feel that contentment. You don't need to rely on another man, so to speak, to give you that. If you have that, it's a blessing from Allah. And you are together like this, not like this. You're together like this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran that He's created men and women equal, but different. And that it's incredible. And for me, it taught me that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells you, cover up as a woman, put your hijab on, it's because we're created differently. I might have the urge to look great, look beautiful, but Allah's created the man different, where He's going to look at you and think, oh, I can approach her, I can do this, or I can say this. So Allah says, protect yourself, cover yourself up. But that desire is still in the man, because when it becomes halal, you will enjoy it.